Hello and welcome. I am Kimberly Hauser Taylor and I am back. It's been a while since I've been on YouTube and I've had my reasons. Life has been kind of tricky the last couple years and I didn't really want to be on a screen. I am getting myself back out there and starting to record videos again. So those of you who have subscribed and stayed subscribed, thank you very much. And I'm hoping this reaches more subscribers. I am going to bring to you the things that I love, such as the harp and music. And I also like to do handcrafts and cook. And I've got a big move of residence coming up in the next year. So I get to have my own space to decorate. And we'll see what we do with all of this. Anyway, one of the things I've set myself is the challenge of doing a recital in a year's time from now, or it's actually less than a year now, but I've started working on it. And the very first thing I did was pull a bunch of music from my music collection and say, what do I want to play now? Not what does anybody expect me to play? I did ask for recommendations or for requests. I put out a bunch of Instagram and Facebook posts with stuff that I was looking at and asking other people what they thought about them. And from that, I've culled a selection. And from that selection, have just a handful of things I've started working on. And one of them that has happened in this practice session is I have chosen to play Whirlwind by Carlos Salcedo. And it's a very showy, glissando-y study on the number 5, which should be a lot of fun to do. Anyway, I've enjoying practicing it, and I did a little practice with me on that, which I'm going to show you later in this video, and let's see what else happens. Well, I got that set up. My goodness, this is a lot of fooling around. Did you know that? This whole camera thing. Oh my goodness. Hi. Yes, I like to see myself in a camera. Hello. No, dear. The crazy is happening. I'm going to practice Whirlwind. This one's a tricky one to practice because if you overdo it, you'll end up with blisters, no matter how good your calluses are. And right now, my calluses are not so good. So I'm going to flirt with them for a while. Flirting with blisters. It's what us harpists do. We kind of like to flirt with blisters. And honestly, this piece should be subtitled, Flirting with Blisters. Anyway. I want this to be clean. wants those to stay vibrating, which is important. All right, try that again. Gotta be prepared to go with the 2 and 4. And whoa, see natural. Obviously I've practiced this before, but as I said, I kind of jump around with this one because if you stay and you just drill this stuff, you're going to end up with blisters, as I mentioned. So you have to think differently with it. What you have to do is remember the sequence of events. And I think that some of the things that's really important with playing something like this is that it's a series of events of sound, like sound gestures, and remembering one gesture, then it goes to the next gesture, and then the next gesture. It's more than that than it is in sort of harmonic progression. This is on a pentatonic scale. It's switching between pentatonic scales, you know, emphasis on them. So you just have to remember how things happen. For instance, we're over G, and we have an E on the top, and the G on the bottom. You know, we got an EG thing going on, an EGD thing going on. So that's our first gesture. Then it goes up and it does it at a different pitch level. Don't muffle, stay in time, and oh, see, A sharp, I missed it. To hone in on the precision of the glissandos rather than trying to force them. Like, it's like, okay, how more exacting can I get as I continue to practice this piece? All right, so, and as it goes faster, you have to lighten up your sound. Particularly important on that first note of the thumb slide. One of the great tricks for thumb slides is to actually accent the second note of the slide. And then as it speeds up, it gets smoother. Spot I have real issues is remembering to switch fingering here. called Whirlwind for a reason. Do I got the pedals right? Always. Yeah, see, I actually do. You sure? Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go deeper into that later. Okay, there's a cross pedal there, which makes this life really interesting. Let's talk about these harmonics. Written where they sound, which is really annoying, but you have to be careful that you have the this spot right here is where I cut my harmonic in my left hand. You're not doing that with the thumb. You want the bone of your flesh, bone of your hand there, the heel of your hand on the node, rather than trying to force it out by pushing on it. You don't need to put that much effort into a harmonic. It's there, and you just have to make sure you grab that second finger gently underneath it. Here's the thing, you're going to be playing your second finger with the opposite side of the finger than you normally do. You're going to be on the soft flesh, not the callus. Something to consider as you're practicing this. Just be aware that's happening. Get over to that E pedal, lazy foot. Okay. Now D flat. Ew, how does he expect this? And that's as much as I'm going to practice that right now, because that was a lot, believe it or not, with this piece right now. I'm starting to feel it in the fingertips. I'm going to give them a chance to cool off, practice something else for a while. It was a good little session, had fun with it, but I'm starting to feel the burn. Stop when you start to feel the burn. Not push through it so much. Give your fingers a chance to recover, and you're less likely to blister. Just words for thought.